I've been a huge gamer since 2002, but one experience has changed my whole life. You see, I used to live out with my cousins. They lived in Tampa. It's weird. My parents weren't the best parents in the world. My mom got deported, and my father made deli subs in the Bronx. There was only two things I loved growing up, and that was video games and Scooby Doo. See, when I wasn't slinging crack on the sidewalks with my father as a pastime after middle school hours, I would go back into his room while he still had an hour of business left and get some gaming in before he came home and beat me. One of the games he had was Scooby Doo Cyber Chase for the PS1. The case, it was a little messed up. I realized that the title was scratched off. It didn't say Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase. It said Scooby Doo in the prolapse race? 3 levels of sack clacking spectacular? I thought I was just tired, and maybe it was just some stupid shit that my dad drew on there. Plus, it was caked the high fuck with res. I was looking at his poster of a naked Pete Davidson, even though it was 1980 and he didn't exist, but somehow he had a naked poster of Pete Davidson. But wait, the PS1 wasn't made back in 1987. Something was wrong here. The PS1 looked a little sad. It had a note saying, "Please get me the fuck out of here. I'm in the wrong decade." And it had a cup of coffee beside it, and he was listening to J Station. But then it changed to J Parade. And then I wanted to fucking kill myself. Is this what the future has to hold for me? I said, looking in the mirror. I was eating some New York style pizza. The sidewalk pizza. I'm poor. I'm kind of speaking into the PS1 right now. That's how you're catching my voice. You see, in the future, 1990, whatever the fuck it was, when the PS1 existed, it came with a voice modulator so government officials can record kids when they're playing game betas to see if they're really enjoying the game. And this is where we sadly mistaken. The disc wasn't even a game disc at all. It just said Prolapse Race Beta 002999 3.50 Escoya, Montgomery. I popped it in the PS1 and opened up a bag of New York style sidewalk Doritos. It had an ad as soon as the screen came on, and it said Dexco. I guess Dexco was the one that made this game. I never heard Dexco before. Well, the first level was the Egypt levels, where you're going through, like, the tombs. And it showed a very, very, very slow Shaggy. Zoink, Scoobs! I need another fucking dab! He pulls out a whole dab rig and he starts smoking before the level starts. I try pressing the buttons to get it to stop, but it can't be interrupted. It showed a 90-minute long cutscene of him taking rips. And then when the cutscene was done, an enemy came flying full force, killing Shaggy in one hit, spawn killing me for the start of the fucking video game. This happened over 90 times until I caved in and threw the controller at the TV. But I decided to give it another chance. As soon as he was done lighting the torch and sparking the oil up and getting so high, I jumped right through the first 2 platforms and made it to at least the second section of the level. Oh wait, but then a fucking bird comes out of nowhere and hits me, and I have to start the level over again watching a 90-minute cutscene over and over and over again. I played for 4 hours. My dad was banging on the door.
Hey, you better be playing my Scooby Doo game. You're gonna fart.
Oh my God. Shaggy pointed and laughed at me, and then decided to take his pants off and run through a level and then die and then go right back to the beginning of the level and then exit out all my lives, creating a huge game over, interrupting me from the start of the game back to the first fucking menu. So I rage quitted and pressed the quit button and turned off the TV and then left. The next day when my dad was out crack slaying again, I tried this again, and I was really not having it. I was having some New York style Sprite, piss. And I was kind of just enjoying the environment of trying to play what was supposed to be Cyber Chase. Finally, I completed it. The Roman levels are done. Booyah! Scoia Montgomery. And it then went into the ice levels. And then it's when it happened. My character wouldn't move. I tried to think it was my janky ass controllers because I got them from Cartridge like galore. And they're usually $5 and they're spanked with jizz, monkey cum, shit, period blow, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The controllers were busted up and it was all because of that fat bitch. And then it flashed a picture of Bill Cosby and then back to the game. The next level then started up on its own without me even beating the last level. But something was off. It was Scooby this time. He was looking at me desperate and sad. And then Shaggy was behind him. Never surrender. Never go down. He was with some dude named Phalangioso and he wasn't very happy. Then my lights went off. The console shut off. The whole street's power went off. Way to go, Scoobs!
You better not be playing that fucking Scooby Doo game. I'll actually come in there and bust your head and I'll beat your fucking ass.
Not now, Dad. I'm trying to eat my New York sidewalk.
There's no other safe states in the game, you asshole.
All you do is sit down and take dabs and eat Reese's Puffs and play Assassin's Creed. I don't need to listen to you.
There's no other save.
But then my dad stopped talking and a loud crash, bang, and scream was heard. I opened the door, and my father was dead.
No
He had
checkpoints.
teabag stains on his eyes and 50 stab wounds into his stomach. And cheese just spread all over his legs. I threw up all over the body. No disrespect to you, Father. But this game was ruining my life. I needed to end it. I needed to end it all. I quickly ran to the room, locked the door, and grabbed my New York-style sidewalk condoms, and I continued the game, playing through each level as hard as I could. Death after death after death. Jump after jump after jump. Way to go, Scoob! Way to go, Scoob! Way to go, Scoobs! Way to go, fucking Scoob! It's not even Scoob's fault. I snapped the disc in half and broke the console and then poured holy water all over it and then took a massive fucking shit on it. I never looked at that PS2 again. But goddamn, have I never forgot the brutal night that the Bronx lights went out.
Way to go, Scoob!